Not only it's happening in Montreal, it's been happening for a while, but it's happening across the province, and there has to be like a very strong message that more needs to be done.
At a press conference Tuesday morning, the City of Montreal announced an investment of nearly $22.5 million for 42 projects spanning across 39 community organizations aimed at alleviating the homelessness crisis over a 3-year period.
The crisis is still happening, this humanitarian crisis, but also the work of the organization that are first line. They're there.
Plante also called on Quebec Premier François Legault to make strong strides in appointing a minister responsible for homelessness during his next cabinet shuffle.
If we have a minister in charge, he can have the power and legitimacy to also bring forward the other ministers in charge of housing, of course, of health, of finance, and to say, how about we find like stronger, like rooted solution.
If we don't have the support of the provincial government and potentially a minister with greater reach and greater powers, we will just continue to see the increases that we've seen over the last few years.
Of the nearly $22.5 million investment, almost $700,000 will go to providing shuttles for Projet Autochtone du Québec, Old Brewery Mission, and L'Amour en Action, starting in 2026. Despite the large figure, Sam Watts of Welcome Hall Mission says that funds spread across will get thin pretty quickly, saying this announcement doesn't really touch on what he thinks are solutions.
Homelessness is extremely complex, and to have it located very narrowly inside one ministry, and that ministry having only responsibility for one tiny aspect of it, that can be challenging in terms of solving a complex social problem that's going to take more than a year or two to resolve.
Plante alluded that other projects vary from cohabitation efforts to sanitizing public squares. Watts also said funds would go towards coordinated access, which he says is a critical foundation to resolving homelessness.
It's a system that allows us, as the major organizations, to register people as soon as they fall into homelessness, find what their need is, and then immediately accompany them to the right resource at the right time in the right place so they can get back into housing as quickly as possible.
It's really, what can we do together? And we've been doing great things with the government of Quebec in the past years. But let's be honest, the crisis is not going lower. So there has to be stronger moves.
In Montreal, Tehosterihens Deer, City News.